Ohio State comes in as heavy favorites. Their only loss coming from Indiana, but there is a point that a lot of people are making is that Ohio State, realistically looking at their schedule, has played three what legitimately good teams, like
Yeah.
solid teams, and even some I'm going to put very loosely because I would put Texas solid team. They beat A&M. They still also lost to a bad Florida team, and then they played Michigan, who before everything exploded at that in Ann Arbor. Still a tough win, and then obviously the loss to Indiana, but they were in that Indiana game in the Big Ten championship the whole time. That game could have easily flipped the other way. We still need to see Ohio State just really like this is their chance to really prove it. Kind of like last year. Last year, though, they had their backs against the wall. Ryan Day had his back against the wall. I firmly believe it's no secret that if they didn't go at least to the national championship, he is not coaching in Columbus right now. But now they need to go out and say, look, we are still 1 and 2, 1A and 1B in college football right now. They need to have the defense to, shut out this Miami offense, which A&M did very well on. They have a very good playbook on, stopping Miami. It's all about making sure because Miami's going to wear you down. That's how they beat A&M. Guys like Tony just, on the outside bubble screens and then running the ball down your throat in the fourth quarter. Ohio State needs to find a way to bridge those gaps and make sure they are not in those fourth quarter situations, getting Miami 6 yards a clip pretty much. For Ohio State offensively, obviously the defense for Miami is going to be their strongest suit. So now you have to find a way to spread them out. Bo Jackson is a horse at running back, and you have, the best wide receiving room in the country right now. And Julian Sayin is as accurate as they come. So getting through that secondary, which Marcel Reed, definitely struggled with. Here's the difference, though. Marcel Reed could run. So Miami's strategy has to be we've got to collapse the pocket. We have to maybe have our corners blitz on the edge because that is something Indiana did. The D-line shifts are going to be very important for how Ohio State's offensive line adjusts because they're going to try to overload on one side and have Sayin force a bad pass because that's the thing. I think that's going to be the key. If Sayin is in the pocket and comfortable, Ohio State's not going to have a problem. But it's easier said than done with this Miami defense. I feel like, though, even with the coverage, you will find it. Sayin is accurate enough where he's maybe thrown two bad passes, and in credit, they were the first quarter against Michigan, the first quarter in the Big Ten championship. But you don't really see him force it. There was only those two passes. He didn't force it after that. So it's going to be very important for Miami to get some pressure on Sayin.